to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Call the meeting to order at 6 p.m. Can I get a roll call, please?
Michael Cashman.
Present.
Thomas Wood.
Yep.
Charles Kostick.
Here.
Dana Isabella. Here. Daniel Bosley.
Here.
James Coffey is absent, and I, Katie Killian, present.
Resolution 170, accept the minutes of the previous meeting.
Resolved that the minutes of April 10th of 2025 and April 17th, as well as April 24th of 2025, be accepted, and the reading of the minutes be dispensed with.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Costick, is there a second?
Second.
Wood, any discussion? Seeing none. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Resolution carries. Is there anyone seeking public comment this evening? Seeing none. Moving forward to resolution 171, the abstract.
Resolved that the abstract of audited claims number 7A-25 for $108,705.34. Abstract 7A-25 prepays for the amount of $182,329.02 be received as reviewed by the audit committee, and the supervisor is hereby authorized to pay said abstract.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Isabella, is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Seeing none. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Resolution does carry. Resolution 172, the monthly department reports.
Resolved to receive and place on file the following monthly department head reports. The Buildings and Grounds Department for May of 2025. Also for May of 2025, the Highway Superintendent, Parks and Recreation. The Planning and Community Development Department for May and June of 2025. The Supervisor's Financial Report, the Town Clerk, as well as the Water and Wastewater Departments.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Costick, is there a second?
Second.
Wood, any discussion? Seeing none. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Resolution does carry. Resolution 173, request to advertise for bids for used bucket truck for Town of Plattsburgh Highway Department.
Whereas the Town of Plattsburgh Highway Department has identified the need to acquire a used bucket truck to support departmental operations, and whereas the specifications for the required used bucket truck are as follows: the model year of 2005 or newer, equipped with 2 separate buckets or a single 2-person bucket, working height of 80 feet or above, and a total gross vehicle weight rating of 56,000 pounds or greater. And whereas Greg Brunel, Highway Superintendent, has requested to solicit bids, now therefore be it resolved that the town clerk is hereby authorized to advertise for 1 used bucket truck purchase, and that said advertisement shall be placed on the town website and the town clerk's bulletin board. It is further resolved that all sealed bids must be received at the Town of Plattsburgh Town Clerk's Office located at 151 Banker Road, Plattsburgh, New York, no later than 10 a.m. on Monday, August 4th, 2025, at which time and place the said bids will be publicly opened and read. It is further resolved that the Town of Plattsburgh Town Board reserves the right to reject any or all bids offered. Be it further resolved that a certified copy of this resolution begin with the Town Clerk, the Highway Department, and the Finance Manager.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Isabella, is there a second? Wood, any discussion? Seeing none. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Resolution does carry. Resolution 174, authorizing the purchase and installation of a new security system in the water plant buildings.
Whereas the Town of Plattsburgh recently upgraded the security system at the Town Hall, Resolution 024-234, and whereas the Water and Wastewater Department security system require upgrading to the same security platform as Town Hall system, and whereas it is the recommendation of the Water and Wastewater Department and WWW Committee that the Town of Plattsburgh water plant buildings receive new security systems to include intrusion and fire alarm systems and the associated software. And whereas the department has received New York State contract pricing for said systems as outlined in the proposal totaling $22,200, the retrofits at both Bullis Road and the Gougeville Springs are $4,300 each and $13,600 for the new installation at Courier. This includes all labor and materials. Now therefore be resolved that the Town of Plattsburgh Town Board does hereby accept the proposal and scope of services provided by the NCC Systems is the attached, in the attached materials, and be further resolved that the supervisor is hereby authorized and directed to execute the agreements for said security system purchase. Installation not to exceed $25,530. Includes 15% contingency, and it is further resolved that payment be made payable from the 2025 Water and Wastewater Department account as stated here. It is further resolved that a copy of this resolution be given to the Finance Manager and the direction of Water and Wastewater Department.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Bosley. Is there a second?
Second.
Costick, is there any discussion? Seeing none. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Resolution carries. Resolution 175, the appointment of a representative
Trail Greenway is a planned 27-mile corridor in Clinton County, New York that will connect communities along the river from the shores of Lake Champlain into the Adirondack Park. Whereas this plan provides the potential alignment for a braided network of different trail types, including off-road and on-road trails that will allow people who enjoy walking, hiking, bicycling, paddling, fishing, or other trail uses along the Greenway. And whereas a significant portion of the trail exists and will be improved in the town of Plattsburgh, and whereas the Saranac River Trail Greenway implementation is managed by a 501c3 organization consisting of a board of directors representing the town's city, county, and at-large members. And whereas it is in the best interest of the town of Plattsburgh and the SRTG to have a representative of the town of Plattsburgh serve on the SRTG board of directors, now therefore be it resolved that the town board hereby appoints senior planner Trevor Cole to represent the town of Plattsburgh on the Saranac River Trail Greenway board of directors. And be it further resolved that a copy of this resolution be given to the town of Plattsburgh Planning Department and Personnel Department.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Isabella. Is there a second? Wood. Any discussion? I just wanna thank Trevor for, by extension of his leadership and his planning, expertise, serving in this capacity. Trevor has been very active in, this space already. In fact, it was in part his leadership, that afforded, the town of Plattsburgh to be the first spur of the Saranac, River Trail in the Greenway as it relates to, Lapeer Lane Riverway, and also the Treadwell Connector Trail. So I think this is a natural fit for him. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Resolution passes. Resolution 176, request to purchase one rebuilt motor for 33 tractor sweeper.
Whereas Greg Brunel, Highway Superintendent, has requested to purchase one rebuilt motor for number 33, the tractor sweeper, and whereas quotes were obtained and it is of the recommendation of Mr. Brunel to purchase the rebuilt motor from Broken Tractor LLC, located in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, in the amount totaling $5,419.84 after the refundable core charge of $2,875. Total for refundable core charge is $8,294. Therefore be it resolved that the town board hereby authorizes Mr. Brunel to order said rebuilt motor and that payment for said purchase be made payable from the 2025 highway budget repairs account as stated here. And be it further resolved that that a copy of this resolution be given to Mr. Brunel and to the finance manager.
Is there a motion?
I'd like to make a motion to table this.
Okay. Motion to table. Isabella. Is there a second to that motion?
Second.
Stick. Is there any discussion? Seeing that there's a motion to table this item, no discussion at the moment. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Resolution does carry. We will,
Table.
sorry, we will table. It was carried to table.
You know what?
We're carrying it to the table.
Carry it to the table.
Yes. All right. Resolution 177, consolidated funding application for pro-housing supply fund.
Whereas the town of Plattsburgh is a pro-housing community designated by New York State, and whereas the housing crisis has had a significant impact on the greater Plattsburgh region, and whereas we believe that it's our responsibility to seek out opportunities that increase the availability of diverse housing options in the town of Plattsburgh, and whereas the Advocacy and Resource Center of Clinton County has partnered with Housing Visions to develop 120 units of workforce housing named Hamlin Heights in the town of Plattsburgh, and whereas the town is eligible to apply for pro-housing supply funds through the New York State Consolidated Funding application that will directly support the development of the necessary town infrastructure to develop this project, and now therefore be it resolved that the town of Plattsburgh Town Board authorizes the town supervisor to execute any agreements, applications, letters, etc. that are necessary to enter this partnership and make the application for pro-housing supply funds to New York State that would support the development of town infrastructure for the Hamlin Heights project.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Bosley, Wood, any discussion? Again, further agreements, et cetera, will go into if, the grant is awarded, but, truly, we've been having lots of conversations. In fact, the ARC was part of our, 6-county, over 120 participant housing symposium. We've worked with the ARC on a number of other projects before, and I think this really could be a great project for the town and the agency and the workforce. So, seeing nothing further, I'm going to actually ask for a roll call on this, though. Can I get a roll call?
Thomas Wood,
Yes.
Charles Costick,
Yes.
Dana Isabella,
Yes.
Daniel Bosley,
Yes.
Michael Cashman.
Yes, resolution is carried. Thank you. Resolution 178, Climate Smart Communities CFA grant application.
Whereas the town of Plattsburgh hereby requests financial assistance from the New York State Climate Smart Communities Grant Program pursuant to Environmental Conservation Law, Article 54, Title 15. And whereas the town of Plattsburgh has undertaken a number of initiatives that qualify as climate smart actions and desires to build on these efforts in the development of an updated comprehensive plan with sustainability elements including bike and pedestrian planning, revised complete streets policy, and evaluation of town policies for climate resilience. And whereas the Climate Smart Communities Program provides funding to develop a comprehensive plan with sustainability elements, and whereas the town of Plattsburgh certifies that it has identified $100,000 of matching funds from the general fund pursuant to the requirements of Environmental Conservation Law, Article 54, Title 15. Therefore be it resolved that the town of Plattsburgh hereby authorizes Supervisor Michael Cashman, town supervisor, to act on its behalf in submittal of an application through the consolidated funding application for $100,000 to be used for development of a comprehensive plan.
Is there a motion?
So moved.
Ooh. Okay.
Give it a Tom.
I'm gonna give it to Tom.
Yeah, number 2.
Wood, Thompson. Any discussion? Seeing none. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Resolution carries. Resolution 179, awarding carpet installation at Town of Plattsburgh Town Hall to Lee Appliance.
Whereas the town of Plattsburgh recognizes the need to replace the old existing carpet within the town hall building located at 151 Vancouver Road, Plattsburgh, New York, 12901, and whereas quotes were obtained in accordance with the town's procurement policy for the installation of new carpeting in the main hallways and conference room of Town Hall. And whereas Lee Appliance Co. Inc. submitted a quote which has been reviewed and determined to be in the best interest of the town, therefore be it resolved that the town board of the town of Plattsburgh hereby awards the carpet installation for Town Hall to Lee Appliance Co. Inc. in the amount not to exceed $13,692.84. Be it further resolved that the town supervisor is hereby authorized to execute any and all documents necessary to facilitate the completion of the carpet installation, and that payment for said purchase be made payable from the 2025 building repairs and service account, as stated here. And be it further resolved that a copy of this resolution be given to the finance manager and the building and maintenance supervisor.
Can I get a motion, please?
So moved.
Isabella, is there a second?
Second.
I'll second. Any discussion?
I'll let him have some.
What'd you say?
I have to let him have some.
Yeah. Seeing none, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Resolution carries. I know of no need to have an executive session, but I do want to just take one brief moment, privileges of the chair. You're less than 30 days from Michigan Fest. Super, super excited. Please, you'll get to the point where you're sick and tired of hearing me on this subject. I'm sure you're sick and tired of hearing me already. But August 2nd, Michigan Fest at the Clinton County Fairgrounds, starting at noon, $10 a car full. Music, fireworks, food, lots of great things planned, and want to thank our partners, You First Federal Credit Union, Dana Moore Federal Credit Union, and the community committee and stuff like that. So just help us spread the word. It will be here before we know it. And last, I hope everyone has a wonderful and safe 4th of July.
Isn't this Michigan month?
It is also Michigan Month,
Yes.
and the passport program is in full swing. I think they already went through 10 or 12 of the first initial 25. Lots of opportunity still, and the T-shirt is just
Well, I'll be
fantastic.
heading out for Michigan tonight. Okay.
All right. Knowing of no reason for an executive session, is there a motion to adjourn the meeting?
So moved.
Wood, is there a second?
Second.
Leslie. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Oh, aye.
We will adjourn tonight at 6:14.
Sorry, you just stopped me funny.
All right, drive safe, everyone. It sounds like a stormy one out there.